All right. Good morning, everybody. Thomas and Wolf had just left the cabin. Wolf is going to grab one from the Italian team, hopefully. It's not very successful on that. And see we can do. We're trying to do an interview of eventually every team participating. But sometimes it's not that easy. We have very short time in between the games. So now coming up is the women of Finland against Canada. Finland is going to be playing in dark and Canada in white. They're already positioning themselves on the sides of the pool. We're a little bit behind schedule. We're trying to start a game in every hour. We are now a few minutes past 11, but today we had a game between Norway and Great Britain, the women, and it went 50-0. So that took a lot of time. So let's see if we can recover along the day with the schedule.
Okay, I have Gabriele Gianni here with me, the captain of the Italian team. So was it the game you expected? You just had against Finland?
We played, we prepared the game knowing that it was impossible. We had to play it hard from the beginning because we knew they were strong, they were fast, and we couldn't let them take space in the field. I think we had a good beginning. After a couple of goals, we started to work properly, and we saw it because we kept the result quite low. At the end, we had a little bit defiance, but in general, we are satisfied.
It was really great defense work you did. Everybody was impressed in the live chat. They were commentating, and the conditioning. You were holding on to it, so there was no break in your play. That was really impressive.
I definitely agree with you. We were a little bit worried about our condition, and I have to say that everyone was ready for this match.
It was a great game. Thank you, Gabriele Gianni, and looking forward to your next games. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please welcome the female team of Finland in blue. We're going to play the anthem. Gut, es tut mir leid, das muss ja wenig habe ich die ganze Zeit gerade, weil das, okay, ab jetzt weiß ich Bescheid, ich lasse es. Dankeschön. Ich lasse das, Leute, weil es in 30 Sekunden.
All right, we are now here in the fourth game of the day.
Yep.
The Canadian women's team versus the Finnish women's team, getting ready here to start.
Yeah. They're just getting ready on the side of the pool.
Canada here in white and Finland here in blue.
Again, I mean the male team just play in blue the game before. So now for the fans, do we have some Finnish fans? I wish I could speak.
There are quite a lot of Finnish fans here
I've been
in
following.
chat.
Even Wolf speaks Finnish now, from what I saw.
I know 3 Finnish words. No, I know 4, but I'm only allowed to say 3 here on the live chat.
Okay, so
I can count to 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you? That's good. You have to teach me. Okay, we have the Finnish girls already on top of the Canadian basket.
Straight for Canadian basket here.
And
There's 5 substitutes, 5 in Canada, right?
we have the referee. Ah, okay, perfect. So I'm getting tuned in. I just arrived 10:30, so I'm, just getting ready to be a good commentator and know what's going on. Okay, so we have already a very dangerous situation.
Yeah.
The
Finnish attacker here moving in for the Canadian basket. It was empty actually in time, but she couldn't try to release the ball here. But yet again going in from Finland one, Irina Vipola moving into the basket. Now the ball dropping down, but she recovers it, passing it forward to number 4, Elena Salmela Matila, and she's going in, executing here.
Canada
well done here by number 4.
Was
and
really challenged and couldn't really get the defenders in position at all. It was really chaotic. The Finnish
first goal
girls
here by Elena Salmela Matila.
Very good.
I'm practicing my Finnish.
Very good.
I'm getting multilingual here on the World Championship, at least in name calling.
All right, let's see.
No, Deborah is gathering interview material and story material while we're commentating here.
So he's running around
taking
the swimming
pictures.
pool, taking picture, asking everybody questions. Okay. All right, so
back here at the Canadian basket, the Finnish women moving in really strong here, forceful attacks onto the Canadian basket. They're shoving themselves in. A Finnish woman here lying on the basket. Number 6 here for Finland, Heili Koskinen, the Finnish captain, moving in very here just in time.
Pushing without ball, so that was not a
the referee call. And free throw for Canada here.
Yeah, free throw for Canada.
But it's those awkward situations where the ball is actually placed into your goal, even though it is a free throw. It feels really bad because if it just wasn't for the referee call here or for a bit of unfair play, it would have been a score.
But that's why we have referees.
Yeah, but still mentally, I think mentally it makes
a
bit of a difference to see the ball in your own goal in the match, even if it wasn't a regular score.
I know, it's annoying. I know. So we have now the girls fighting in the surface. I hope they can bring the games down. Yesterday we saw the Turkish girls playing with the US, so playing a lot in the surface. Let's see. But the Finnish women really bring the game down, and they're already under the goalie. The defenders need to try to get in better position to block and defend. Actually, that's pretty much what you need to do as a defender. You need to cover the back of the goalie. And then the side that is, of course, move right and left. Sometimes it's difficult, but otherwise the forecheckers, the attackers need to help you out. So we are in the surface again. There's a lot of
Finland recovering the ball here.
Yeah, and bringing the game
downward,
down.
bringing the game downward to the bottom. The defender here floating on ring level, moving in onto the basket. Quick push onto the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And I'm going to switch with ball for a moment because I have to take some pictures.
Okay.
Blue,
very
score.
Important here for the families that are watching at home and maybe are trying to understand what is, how you play underwater rugby, what are the important things. The defenders, for instance, need to glue themselves really to the bottom of the pool.
Sorry, that was a little loud.
And really close to the basket, not allowing any other attacker to be in between. And this is something that is difficult to do. because you tend to float to go up. So this is one of the things that Canada needs to improve, so that the attackers of Finland don't have it so easy on the goalie from the back, because that's the weak spot of the goalie. I mean, you know, we don't have our eyes in our back, so that's where the defenders needs to protect more.
Blue, score.
And the Finnish girls are being very, very continuously in the attack and consistent in the attack. So they are not giving really the Canadian team the chance to get into position. I mean, let's see. We are now have everybody fighting for the ball in the middle. We have the Canadian team recovered the ball and is trying to bring it into the half of the Finnish girls, and she didn't see her mate just right underneath. Sometimes this is difficult when you're fighting for the ball. Then the players without the ball needs to move around so that eventually the one that is in ball position can see them. We have now that's a good position now. The defender could get into position a bit better, but nevertheless, they're coming from right and left, so it's very difficult for the defender to cover both sides. This is where the attackers need to support the defense and just, you know, went into the area that is being left without defense.
So, Lorena, thank you for welcoming me here.
Welcome, Wolf. Sorry. I know that if I say welcome, you start talking, so I wanted to take the opportunity.
You're in the zone.
I'm recovering for, you know, from 8, you've been
from
talking.
What?
So
what?
it was not talking, so I need to catch up.
Did you listen to me on the live stream while you were lying in bed enjoying the morning?
Look, people are
underwater Orge, you want me back? Here I'm back. So, what do you say? It's the first show of the Finnish team, one of the wild cards, like the Finnish men's team. The women are the wild card here. Call from the referee. Let's hear what they decided. What do you say about their game so far, Lorena?
About
the Finnish game.
There, I mean, the Finnish girls came here to win goal. I mean, they're in it from, you know,
free throw against Finland
for the whole thing, and they're trying.
Another call.
Hold on. And they're playing very aggressive. They're very consistent in the way of attack, very disciplined in bringing, you know, the ball at the bottom, attacking with 2-3 constantly.
Another free throw against Finland. Finnish players are already in position. They're cascaded next to the goal on the surface to dive down.
No saben cobrar, las canadienses no saben cobrar.
That was, that was a referee. So we have a cluster on the surface. Both teams are fighting. Ball is free. Number 12 recovered it. Seda Yuksus Yusila. She's going for the basket, and here we have a goal. It was, didn't see the number of that right.
Let's see, she's coming up now.
Or if the referee.
12, blue.
Number 12, blue. Yeah, it was Seda who got the ball out of the cluster and went straight for the Canadian basket and scored. We were training with Seda at my home training in Berlin. Quite a good player, and it's big fun to play rugby with her.
So now we have the Canadian women trying to recover the ball. What happened?
Another call. It's quite a lot of interruption here in the game, as far as I can see.
Free throw for Canada.
It's the third free throw. I've just been here some minutes, but it seems like the referees try to stop the game. Number 8 here from the Finnish team is waiting on the bottom. Ella Parviaina.
This is a very common technique or tactic where you just push yourself either from the side or from the bottom, so you can intercept the ball in the pass, so you can interrupt the free throw of the other team, which they successfully did because now they are in counter-attack. We have seen this a lot. The teams that don't have that much experience could not profit from the advantage that actually free throw should be. We have seen this repeatedly yesterday and today. Where are the Canadian fans?
Please,
Canada, what time is it
live
there?
chat, give us feedback in the live chat. Is there anybody in Canada watching the game, or Canadian fans in Europe watching the game with the team? Canadian basket here under heavy pressure, and the number 99 of the Canadian, Rose Elizabeth Abry, was pushed up.
Score blue 9.
By the blue 9, which is Satu
Suomalainen. I love
Time
the
for
Finnish
the white
names. They have such a melody in itself.
So it's quite a dominant timeout here by Canada. Pretty much the right moment to
Timeout, white team.
to take a break after they had the first real contact. How much time are we in I think it's 5 minutes in the first half.
Let me see.
The Canadians are making a lot of mistakes or no? They're
So we see the Canadian coach instructing his team.
I'm trying to hear. You can see the microphone right behind them, but it's not. I put it. That's why you can hear.
We shouldn't listen into their secret strategy.
Well, it's for us. We're outside the water. It does. We can.
The microphone a little bit closer to you.
Okay, there.
Yes,
all right.
that's
Thank
better.
you. So.
Jorge Vargas, Canadian fans here in Melbourne. Canadians in Australia watching
5:24.
underwater Ogre. Well, whole Canada is sleeping, not the whole of Canada. There are still some vigilant watchers.
Some early birds.
Early birds.
5:24.
Go Chansey. Yes, it's 5:24 a.m. in Ontario.
Okay, so we're back in the game, yeah. And then we're fighting, or they are fighting. They're tangling that's not good. I mean, it's when you get tangled in the cable. Okay, they lost the ball. The Canadian team, or better say the Finnish, recovered it. Yes, and they're doing these counter-attacks very fast since the beginning of the game. At least 2 players always coming, and the third one eventually. But the Canadian team is doing a great job. What they need to do in order to stop this, fight for the ball to happen is to pass the ball faster, so that they don't get this tackling. Exactly.
Yeah. And the clusters only build up if you are caught with the ball, and if you pass fast, you're not caught.
Exactly. So
number
that's
4
why
on the open side is waiting.
This is very common.
Elina Salmelia Martila is waiting on the open side. I wrote a note about her after she did win with Riksu in the last in the Champions Cup 2017 as the first woman winning the Champions Cup.
It's not in. It's still not in under the rim. I mean, if
really
for the
inside the basketball,
it has to
ripped
be
out
under
again
the rim
by a Finnish player again.
Wow,
she
that was
tries
a good hold.
To put it back again, didn't succeed. Very well defended here by number, is it 15?
Yeah, number 15. Elizabeth Girard-Benzina. Very good job. I mean, she really held to the basket as hard as she could, and the Finnish player was, very, very aggressive in the attack, but good. I mean, this is good aggressive. This is fair aggressive, and this is
the number 6 of the Finnish team, Heidi Koskinen, the captain of the team, scored here against the goalkeeper, number 15 from Canada, Elizabeth Girard-Benzina.
Mom and auntie are watching.
Jocelyn Fournier, mom and auntie are watching. Yes, that's what we need. We need families and a lot of people watching the games and sending positive vibes to their teams and players, and making this World Championship what it is supposed to be, a great event for the underwater rugby community. And it's great to have more than 300 people in the live stream watching the games, and the atmosphere here in the pool area is concentrated and very, very focused. And another goal here, another attack scored Let's hear.
11.
Number 11.
Score blue 11.
Mari
Mari
Pesola from the Finnish team scored here goal number 7. And we still got 7.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Jarkko is watching with the dog. Good.
What kind of dog is it, Jarkko Sipile? What kind of dog you have? And we're in the middle of the pool,
Jim, what
out
do
of the cluster, and Finland is going for the Canadian basket.
Yes, that's a question here, what to do about the mask, but I don't understand. Jim, what you mean exactly?
And Canada broke free, ours is in ball possession, and player are
now
trying.
she needs exactly, that's what I mean, they're too long alone. And so the Finnish have too much experience and take advantage of that and recover it. And this just recover the ball, being on the way out and losing it is really a killer for a team. Then it's very difficult to stop the scoring because they don't have really time to catch up their breaths. I mean, they're being on the pace. Oh, the Finnish
one-on-one
player
situation,
just
number
missed
19.
the ball for a bit there.
It took a little bit too long because the ball was not totally on control, and she's tackled up to the surface, and already a small cluster building. Finnish player free, attacked by number 13 from Hanna Hermansson.
A reindeer herd of Lapland, very fond of squirrels. How sweet. Okay, what is? Let's see.
Call from the referee. 2
2
minutes
minutes
penalty for
Wrong
Canadian
release. You have to
player.
come back over there. You did it wrong. 2 minutes.
I think she came back into the water when she was about to exit. You know, there's still some of the Canadian players are quite new to the game, and some of the rules probably are not completely clear to them. If you go out on the side of your plane, you cannot go back into that because it's dangerous. So, and I think she was about to go up, but came into the water again, changed her mind, and because of that, she got
Number
2
6.
minutes. This is number 13.
no
Hanna Hermansson.
6, okay, o 60 y algo. 6.
So no time penalty. Or is it?
Ya puede entrar la expulsada.
No time penalty then.
Okay.
La suspendida.
But no, because they got a score, I think. No.
Okay, back in the game. Finland. Ball possession. Another call from the referee. It's getting a little bit chaotic right now. It's a free throw against Finland. Holding without ball. The player has to show the ball. She's probably not aware of it. She's waiting now. She can execute the free throw.
And
Finland recovered the ball quite easily out of the melee that was just there on the bottom, and we have 3 Finnish players going on the bottom for the Canadian basket, stopped by the defender number 10. Which is Diana Martinez, and she was exchanged by number 32, which Adriana Stella Sales de Barros. Very well defending right now. They didn't make it easy for the Finnish team to break into the defense, and now they even recovered the ball, but the defender didn't see the ball that was pushed out in the open, and it's in the hands of the Finns again, who start their next wave. Number 12 is going in. Seda again pushing into the defense.
But the Canadian team is doing a better job defending. They're like a little bit better into position than at the beginning of the game. It's 8-0 for Finland. Finland is attacking relentlessly. But now Canada is kind of a little bit better into position than at the beginning. I have the feeling this kind of game is very, very tiring for the team that is defending.
Rose Elizabeth Epri is lying on the basket, trying to fend off the attacks, and she's now pushed up by attacker number 14 from the Finnish team. Call from the referee. Number 14 is Mira Seppänen. There's a call from the referee.
2 minutes.
2 minutes for a Canadian player.
Let's see what happens.
And it's a free throw against Canada, and the Finnish players are...
Which one, number? Which one? Anyone? Number 2.
2 minutes
Number 2.
for number 2.
2 minutes.
And we're trying to understand what was the mistake they did. Hold on. I'm just
2
trying
minutes.
to listen to the referee.
It's a little bit chaotic situation because Finland is trying to execute the free
Kaisa!
throw.
1 player. I don't hear you. 1. Can be anyone.
Give me anyone. Okay. 2 minutes. I did not get what was the mistake.
No, neither did I. So the Finns are already down in the water trying to steal the basket. Yeah, they did from the Canadians. And there was a little bit of confusion what's going on. So we have a 2 minutes penalty for number 12, I think, from the Canadian team, which is Melina Nicola McDonald.
99.
And
Blue
99 scored
Ilona
Hessenen. Ilona Hessenen.
Hessenen, yeah. I wanted to listen to the referee. Yeah.
Suspended can
And
come
now,
in.
of course, after a score, when you were with 1 player less, then even if the penalty time is 2 minutes, then once the opponent team score, then it can go back to the water. I'm explaining the rules a little bit for the families, maybe to understand what's going on. I just know that some of the Canadian players are committing some mistakes because some of the rules, maybe they're not so clear to them. We have again the goalkeeper number 15, very good, very fierce. She does an excellent job because what is missing here, the forecheckers need to help the goalie from above. She's a lot of the Finnish girls attackers come always against her.
Nice attack from the close
side. Need
side.
more help from the team.
It was number, couldn't see her. Pass, really forceful pass to the close side, the player waiting there.
Which one? Which one made the goal?
I think it was number 12.
Listen to the referee.
Okay. 13.
Number 13.
Which is...
Nelly Holmbeck. You had something to do with Team Holmbeck? Or is it just a common name, Holmbeck?
It's like Schaefer, probably.
I don't know. Anyone give us an insight?
Neither do I.
Well, we are now
10-0 lead for Finland, and we have about 2 minutes to go in the first half in the 11th World Championship of CMIS underwater rugby here in Graz in Austria. And it's how many? We have the 4th game of the day. Did you put in the number of the last game?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. And we still have a lot of games ahead of us. It's going to be a long day for us here in the commentator box, but it's we are high on energy, and the focus, motivation we feel from the players in water. Finland going strong with 3 players into the
that was
Canadian
a hard one.
defense,
Yeah,
and it was behind the head from the wall.
And yeah, 3 attackers, and the defender was not very. He didn't manage to get into position quickly enough.
Irina Vipola.
3 Holmbecks are playing. Leo, thank you. So they are all related. I mean, I know Tim, his brother.
Tom.
Tim and Tom. Jim. Ah, okay, I thought so.
Tom.
Jim, Tom,
Nelly.
And Nelly. Are they all related? I mean, I know the 2 brothers and the male team, but I don't know about Nelly Holmbeck. She also a sister of them.
I think
there's all the big talent in the family.
Yes, it's underwater rugby talented, hard programmed in the genes. So we go again back at the Canadian basket, attack from above.
Nelly is thank you, Marcus. Sorry, is the youngest.
And stopped by the Canadians. It's what we saw a lot here in this World Championship. Even though the teams got really heavy pressure and are losing in the high numbers, they still defend quite well. Pushing without ball call from the referee, and it's a free throw against Finland.
Great job from the Canadian defend, and it's not an easy job. I mean, the Finnish girls are very experienced. They participate in the last cup as well, although the males, the men team did not come. They have participated in Helsinki in the European Championships 2 years ago. And Canada, the female team, I think is the best. It's the first time they compete in a World Cup. So it's a great. I mean, it's just 11-0. That's an amazing. Yeah, but still, I mean, it's almost the first half is almost over. They're doing a great job. We have seen Great Britain losing much higher, having more difficulties. So I mean, all these beginner teams are doing an excellent job at, performing the best they can under the circumstances and the pressure of much more experienced teams.
And
score
10.
Number 10.
Number 10.
10. Blue 19.
Ah,
Score.
19.
Blue
Katja
19.
Lind.
So Lorena, you say so often you do a good job. Could you say once for me, Wolf, you do a good job?
You do a great job.
Thank you. It feels so good to get motivated. And you also do a great job, Lorena.
I do an excellent job.
I
okay,
agree.
first half is over. I'm joking.
You are?
Yes, of course.
Okay, first half is over. Now we can talk. We just have to watch if we don't talk into the advertising if it comes up. Otherwise, we are. Oh, this is nice. Haven't seen that
Yeah, since
animation
yesterday.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
And now we stop talking.
So we are back again and still have 3 minutes 40 seconds
Just relax. You have to just maybe.
We still had the referees here online, but we are not allowed to listen in to peep into their
Why not?
pep talk, and because it's private.
It's not. He has a microphone. He can turn it off.
Yeah, I say that if you're
I'm
talking
teasing
love
you.
to me, and
I'm
we're
teasing you.
online, so you will switch off too. We see the Finnish players recovering, quite confident there next to the pool. So Lorena, what is your sum up of the World Championships, 11th edition of the CMS Underwater Rugby World Championships here in Graz?
What? I didn't listen to you. I was reading the commentaries.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I was talking. If you're talking and I'm not listening to you,
You do it all the time.
hell.
You do
raise
it all the
hell
time.
on me.
You
But
don't
now-
listen to it.
Ah.
Okay.
I see a crisis coming in our relationship here. You want to talk about it right now?
No.
She didn't listen.
Look.
She doesn't listen to me.
What? Can you repeat it? Sorry. I was listening. I was reading the commentaries because I wanted to answer. Actually, the father John of the 3 brothers and sisters are watching Holmback. That's why I was. And there's also.
That's really cool to have underwater rugby family, and
what this I think is the case. There's, I mean, not as many. That's fantastic, but there's a lot of fathers. Ah, hello everybody.
That's us. This is
discussing. Yes.
Lorena.
There was also one commenter about mask, and so I wanted to you
about
know,
the mask. That's an interesting topic.
Jim Anderson was asking about this Scuba Prof, the Sfera, you know, what was the best mask to wear, that that actually the vision was much better in the Sfera, but the quality isn't so good. And I actually...
Tell the brand a little bit more distinctive. We have different kinds of mask in underwater rugby. One is called Sfera, that has a nice...
I was reading what he wrote, that's why. No,
okay.
Continue.
We have the mask that goes right next to the eyes and is open, let's say, with glass on the side, so you have a better peripheral view, which is super important for underwater rugby as a 3D sport. And the normal mask, like the Omer or the Gretzky sub, they're really like a little bit of tunnels, and you're lacking the view side on the side.
Yeah.
So you're missing parts of the peripheral view. But, and this is what Jim mentioned, the problem with the Sfera is the quality of the mask is not that good. It breaks easily on the glasses.
And also get scratches, right, for whatever. I tried, but it makes me a little bit dizzy. So I use the Super Occhio, I think,
And I use it for a year now, and I don't want to change back. But you really have to take care of your Sfera. You have to put it back in its box after you use it, so it doesn't get scratches, it doesn't get compressed.
Yeah, this is Oliver saying also he loved to using the Sfera, but got really sick of the lenses falling off all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't happen to me yet, but it's definitely a problem with Sfera, and I think we have to work on another mask that has the quality, the visual quality of the Sfera, but the sturdity we need, which is in the Gretzky sub or in the Omer. So 7 seconds left to go back into game. The second half here of Finland in blue against Canada in white, and it's a 12-0 lead for the Finnish female team. So go Finland, go Canada. Lorena.
Yes.
Did you fall asleep?
I did not. I was listening to you, so you don't say I'm not listening.
What did I say?
You were talking, explaining about that the glass is falling off.
Okay, let's go back in the game. Finland is in ball possession. The number 12 right on the way to the Canadian basket. Seda again, and this is number 23, which is Suvi Mikile. And the score.
Yes.
blue.
We have some fans here. 23, yes, you said. You were correct.
Yes, Suvi Mikile did score here in the counter-attack all by herself. And here comes Canada again. Let's see if they manage. This is the problem if you doesn't get rid of the ball in the right moment.
Yes.
And you just got stuck. And no, that was
great
a nice
recovering from the Canadian team, but they need to
ball was pushed out of her hands.
Play a little bit closer, and in the side of the one that is in possession of the ball, they still don't have that coordination.
And here comes Finland in force on the Canadian basket. There are 3 Finnish players, but nevertheless, I cannot see the number, a Canadian player succeeded to get the ball out of this cluster. It was number 12, well done by number 12. Melanie Nicole McDonald did a great job to get out of this cluster. And now Finland has to restructure again to go for their attack. Ball is falling down to the player in the corner of the closed side. And Finland is putting up their attack pattern. One player waiting right above the goalkeeper.
Wow, that was a great recovery from the ball. I almost see it inside because the player just really pushed against the floor and pushed up the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper somehow...
Charlene Alsaga was on the goalkeeper.
Now we have a free throw for Canada. So they're fighting the surface, trying to get the ball into the half of the Finnish team. They manage a bit too high, but the Finnish girls really don't let it go for a little bit. They are now into a counter-attack. We have 2 players. One is very much farther ahead and is almost against the goalie on its own. Now the defender and the one of the checkers was under helping, but eventually it was, they tried to stop it, but eventually when the rest of the team arrived, then it was
a massive attack.
It was very difficult because they attacked from above and you had one right, one left. And this is the kind of situation that a young team have difficult to solve, right? It's a lot of pressure. Yes. And
but I think Canada is managing it quite well. And
yes, they're doing a great job.
You know what I love, Lorena? If you see these new teams coming in and they got beaten in the first game, but they learn from game to game and get better and adapt. And we see this with Canada.
I know there is some people in rugby that believe that, it doesn't make a lot of sense
nice
to
goal
have
over the head from number 12 here. Sorry, Lorena, it was number 12, Seda again.
Yeah, to have to have this big difference in that the losing team normally don't learn anything, and it's a lost case. And I'm a little bit of a different opinion. And when you talk to these teams, they feel very grateful they get the possibility to play to such strong teams, because they learn a lot from this game, even if they cannot offer a lot of resistance. So we have that happening many times in the Champions Cup. Now in this championship we have a lot of newcomers that also don't have a lot of experience, so they're losing some games with such a high score, but they're all having fun. I mean, I saw today was the British team that were doing like Champions Jack on the side of the ball.
Yes, that was so funny.
While playing against Norway. We have another attack from the Finnish girls. And still the goalkeeper stay in position. She's sending the defender towards the ball, and now the attacker of the Finnish team is by the defender of Canada, and it's been pulled up by one of the forecheckers. Great job! I see
Canada
an improvement. Yes. They have improved. I mean, some situations they really manage to get the finish away, and then some others probably they're out of air, like now. Eventually,
now,
they cope with the first, the second, maybe the third wave. The fourth wave gets a little bit more complicated. Yeah.
Scored here again, and if it's a 1-on-2,
blue.
if it's a 1-on-2 situation,
23 blue score.
It's really almost impossible to stop the Finnish players. But we saw some very good defense from the Canadian team, and. Again, this is this German proverb, sie lassen sich nicht die Butter vom Brot nehmen. They don't let anyone steal the butter from their bread.
Yes. The Finnish women made the 5th place in the in Cali, and they wanna go for gold this time.
And a nice recovery of the ball from number 10. That was pretty good by the Canadian player Diana Martinez. She did a very good job still holding on to the ball, passed it back in the field. She was almost outside the playing field, stopped, passed on to number 12, which is Melanie Nicole McDonald. Great game here, great sequence we see from Canada. They are really learning from game to game. I mean, 21 is almost alone down in the bottom with Charlene Alzaga. She's fighting hard and under pressure by the Finnish players, and the ball fell down, recovered by a Finnish player, and now number 4 from the Finnish team, Elina Salmela Martila, is going for the basket. Still down, coming from above, pulling away the goalkeeper, and is tackled by a Canadian player. Ball thrown into the open in the hands of a co-player from her team, and she herself is going in, and here's the score. It's a 16 now. It should be 17-0 lead for Finland. We still have about 10 minutes to go here in the second half of the 11th CMS Underwater Rugby Championship in Graz, Austria. And the weather, luckily, is getting colder now. In the first days we arrived here in Graz, it was incredible hot and humid, and now it's getting it's more relaxed. We have Rüdiger Holz, the technical assistant here, not technical assistant, it's technical delegate of the CMS, making fun of us or having fun in front of the commentator box. So, call from the referee, it's a free throw against Canada, and the Canadians own their basket. Their goalkeepers and defenders are already exchanging. And here comes Finland around the basket of the Canadians.
We have the goalkeeper really resistant that attack. Great job. Really pushed the Finnish attacker up. Now the next one is on the head again. And they just changed the goalies. They left a very big hole there,
wave.
but still the ball is outside, and the defender is really, you know, they're doing a great job there. And now
I like to applaud to Canada now. They stopped the fourth wave of the attack.
Yeah, fantastic job. I mean, and eventually, of course, they're getting out of breath. It's a lot of fighting. It's difficult to stay in position when you're fighting so much, and the goalie.
Number 99, Ilona Hesenen was bringing the ball back into the attack mode of Finland when Canada tried to break free.
Oh, but that was a pity. That was a mistake in the changing of the goalies, and they left quite a hole, and the attacker was just by the head with the ball and could make their score.
I have to say bad, Lorena, because it was
yes.
I don't know.
I'm just describing how the goal. I mean, there was a fifth or the sixth wave. It was really a great job.
It was his timeout for Canada, and it was an amazing show of defense work here. I'm really impressed, and I have to applaud
14
to the
14.
I have to applaud to the Canadian defense
11.
Who just did hold on to their basket in a great show of resilience against these fearsome attacks from the Finnish players. Great work, and we see a dominant and very well-tuned Finnish female national game here.
We see the trainer. The head coach is Camilo Contreras. The assistant coach is Juan David Rojas of Canada, because we have them in the screen. That's what I was mentioning. Kamala.
You're so clever.
I am. Good that you see it.
I always knew that from the beginning when we first met 13 years ago. You're clever. So
the number 10, I think, was explaining their teammates how to push the players again with their hands. Okay, let's see. We have now the Canadian team in possession of the ball, but two Finnish women recover, but now something happened, and let's
Call
see.
from the referee in the water.
Oh, it died.
Could it be the batteries dead again? We have no connection to the referee table right now.
I don't know if it's a battery or something else happened.
I think if it's blinking that fast.
Yeah, but that's not the referee. That's
it is the connection.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Nathalie Fournier, totally agree. You can be proud of the game of the Canadians. Great work here. And they really, another score for Finland here, but they may really make it hard for Finland to score. And it's a 19-0 now.
Number 9.
Here we go again. Number 9.
Okay. Probably he done it.
Satu Suimalainen scored here for the Finnish women's national team.
Now they're already into the middle of the field and try to pass it. They need to pass it quicker. They need to do that quicker if they want to pass the line of the Finnish team. That's happening one and over again. So now we have the Finnish player coming back on the close side, attacking the head side of the goalie, passing and passing again. We have 3-4 blue and 2 whites. And something
Another
happened.
call from the referee. It's the referee in the water on the close side.
Oh, free throw for Canada. I didn't see if they were pushing.
So 7 minutes to go.
19-0.
Le están desplazando sin balón.
I think it was pushing without the ball. That's why now we have a free throw for Canada. Again, they're trying to pass the line of the Finnish attackers. It's been difficult because they don't have enough players, you know, in the room, in the air where they can pass it. And the Finnish recover the ball normally very quickly. Now, perfect, great job for the defender. Pass it farther. Now it's 1 Canadian against 2 blue players. And the Finnish team are back into the attack on the close corner. It's 3 of them, 1 in each position. They just pass to the one who was behind the back of the goalie, and she pushed herself against the floor and scored. And she was the number, let's see.
Number 13.
Number
13 blue.
13.
Nelly, Holbeck.
Yeah. I know, if you have your hand on the paper, I
did
cannot
on
see it.
purpose. Following the steps of the 2 brothers. We have now, they need to pass the ball before getting to the point of meeting the Finnish team, and they need to pass them quickly. But this is something also you need to, it's a tactic that you need to have when you start after the goal as well. Everything requires a tactic so that you can achieve to arrive to the other basket, right? To the opponent. And this is where these young teams still need a lot of practice.
Yes, but that's the start for
Yes.
their way. And like Underwater August said, they are doing great for the first World Championships.
Yep.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
true. It's amazing how they put it. I think they are pretty much annoying the Finnish players here
Yes.
with being able to pull the ball out of their attack, and they don't succeed in the first 2-1-2
Yeah,
waves.
great, exactly that. Sorry.
Yeah, they did.
You know, they did it 3
Perfect.
times,
Yeah.
and I'm like, come on, you can do the next one.
And again, the number 5 was just right on the spot to attack again. There was Isabelle Marie Priscilla Bernard, and she did a very good job to go in.
Yeah. And when I cheer up in this way for the Canadian, it's not that I don't want to finish. It's just I'm happy that they're evolving during the game under such a pressure, right? So you wanted to get it at the next steps farther.
And another attack from the open side. Here it is. It was number 13 pushing, and number 9, or was it number 6? I didn't see it right because the player probably was on her head.
Number 6.
Number
blue
6, it
score.
was Heli Koskinen, the captain of the Finnish team.
So less than 5 minutes to go, and we have 21 for Finland and 0 for Canada. Let's see now if they can pass this half. And now you see, I mean, they did it much better now.
Yes.
And every time they do that, they come farther, but they need
the next
more
step.
gestaffel. How do you say gestaffel?
Cascaded.
Cascaded, yeah.
Inside the pool to be able to pass from one another and not to be stopped and tackled. And here we go again. Finland is going for the Canadian basket, starting at the close side, opening up their attack pattern. And number 11 in the corner, Mari Pesola, is waiting for her teammates to arrive to get in position around the basket. And now they go in for the kill pass over the basket to the open side and pushing in number 2, Jenny Frondelius.
I mean, it's like the defenders need to. She didn't even know where the ball was, and it's too.
But this didn't happen very often. Mostly they are right into place.
No. Actually, the back of the goalie is very, very often free. And that's why they get to score. I know that sometimes it's because the Finnish move the ball quickly, and then the defender can just do, cover one side, and then when that side pass the ball to the other is difficult. but few times they just didn't realize the moment as the goalie move and you try to cover the back of the goalie as a defender. I have 3 blue Finnish players coming towards the goalie, and the defender is doing a great job recovering the ball, but didn't success. The Finnish team still is in possession of the ball and is in the corner waiting for the rest to arrive in the different positions they normally take, like one right, left, sometimes one above, to pass the ball. And we have one defender, one goalie that has just been replaced. And I don't see the forecheckers here right now. Oh, great job. She went directly to the ball. That's exactly what she was, and recover it. Great job by number 13 of the Canadian team, Hannah Hermansson. She went straight to the ball and recover it, and that's the way to go to not, grab the different parts of the body. That normally leads to nothing. Now they're attacking from above the goalie. The goalie is trying as much as it can, and just the next goalie got into position, and the ball is up there, but the Canadian team got it back, lost. And we have one attacker on top of the goalie. The new goalie just arrived and couldn't get really very much into possession. And now we have another score from Finland. And let's see if we can see who was.
Score, but I didn't see the number. El reloj estaba. Air. You need air. Se lo chupó.
Did you see that? That's great for the referees. They have the air outside and they just move with the cable, so they don't have to carry on
scuba equipment on their back.
Yeah, that's really great, actually.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Oi.
Was there a timeout?
No. They're waiting because the referee needs air, so they need to change the. That's really it makes the thing so much easier for the referees, just to they're more freely to move than if they have the tank in them. Some holding without ball, free throw for Canada is 1 minute 44 seconds 23. This is a great result for such a young team, a team that has the first time in the World Cup. So let's see if they can keep it, like this for the next 1 minute and 44 seconds.
Call from the referee again. It's a little bit, at one point, a little bit chaotic, and it's a free throw against Canada.
Yeah, because of grabbing the mask and the
free throw
equipment.
Against Finland. Sorry.
No, it is against
Finland.
Faster,
Finland.
please.
Yeah,
faster.
For Canada.
Number 10 is executing free throw, Diana Martinez.
Great job. Now they're in it. Now she needs to pass it farther. But that was a good 2-3 passes. Now, now Finland is in position of the ball. And
oh, that was a pass almost directly in the hand of a Canadian player, number 13. And she took the gift and is trying to run free. Hannah Hermansson tries to break free, but it's really difficult. The forechecking of the Finnish team is almost spotless here, and they don't give much room to Canadians. But right now, Canadians do a pretty good job in passing on and on. Is what Lorena just said. That's what they have to do, and this is where they have to go to withstand with against a team like Finland. Play more, swim more, and pass more back and forth, and be ready to accept. Very well fought by number 10 again, Diana Martinez. Nice game.
23-0. You can do that. What? 30 seconds. Just hold the score for the next 30 seconds. Come on. Oh, okay. Score. Anyway, they haven't, they have grown in this game. They became better and better.
Hey, Jojo Junior, I remember you.
Yeah.
It's another score. Was it 12? Sorry.
24-0. What do you mean?
No,
the number.
the score.
Yeah.
Then it has been Seda again.
So normally, it's better to pass the ball before you hit the line of the opponent, so you have more room to move and they'll get stuck and can get closer to the goalie. Come on, Canada! They are on top. Oh, that was a great attack. That was fantastic. That was really a great flow of passes from the moment they started until they arrived, and were the attacker on top of the goalie of the Finnish team. But well, okay.
So game over here. Finland against Canada.
24-0.
20.
Yes, 24-0.
And we'll go out now with Lorena to do an interview, and I guess Davriltin and Thomas take over.
No, I mean you can go. I mean I stay and you can go and.
Okay, I do the interview and Thomas takes over. Next game will be announced, and I will talk to you soon.
So now we have a few minutes for the next game to start. We're 9 minutes behind schedule. The game today between Great Britain and Norway, the women took a little bit longer than expected due to the high score. So now we're a little bit behind. Let's see if Wolf can get one of the players to do. We're trying to interview all of the teams. Again, it's a little bit difficult sometimes because we have such a short time, and it's, normally they go out of the water and they go to talk about the game with their trainers. But so far we manage, and hopefully by the end of the tournament we had every team having the opportunity to share the experience in the games. We have coming up Austria, the home team, the male team in blue, and Hungary. Hungary had played yesterday evening against Sweden. That was the last game of the day at 8, and they have done a great job. 14-0 as the first participation.
So we're doing a quick interview like always after the game. It was Finland against Canada. So Seda, we saw a really strong Finnish team, and we're looking forward to the next games. What is your feeling about this World Championship with your team?
Very good, and I think we will succeed.
Succeed is a careful word for winning all the games, so thank you very much for that. So what is your next game coming up?
Tomorrow against Sweden.
So this is going to be a test for you, probably?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
And
I think it's a test, but I think that we will graduate it from it.
So we saw you very confident in the water, you and your team playing against Canada. And do you like the pool? Is it the pool you like to play?
It's quite a narrow pool, comparing how long it is. But I think it's okay. I think usually World Championships are in the bigger pool, but this time, this way.
Okay. Do you have a Finnish war cry you say before a game? Something you cry out as the whole team?
Yeah, we just yell, Finland, Suomi!
Okay, that's a very good stuff.
And we play lots of songs during the warm-up outside.
Heavy metal songs?
No. No, there's some 19s electro dance songs and then some Finnish rap music.
That sounds really good. Thank you, Seda, for the interview, and we go back in the next game.